The 1022 is a great rifle, really incredibly accurate, especially for semi-automatic. It's one of the most popular rifles in America, and there are more aftermarket parts for the 1022 than about any other rifle, that maybe beside the AR-15, which has really been crazy. And recently I put together a build using Kid Innovative Designs 22 upgrades and accessories. And I put in one of the Magpul Hunter X stocks. Love that little system, and it really got the fever going for taking another one of my 1022s and doing something a little different. One of the things about the Kid Innovative Design was the price was pretty expensive. It was around $1,000. What I wanted to do is put something together that was much less expensive, but yet still achieve great accuracy in a target system. But the big thing I wanted to talk about today was the stock. You can see it's a beautiful wood stock. One of the things about wood, it seems to have kind of fallen out of the main line with a lot of guys, going more to the polymer or the thermoplastic type stocks. And one of the reasons that is the weight. It's a much less weight, plus it's less expensive to produce, and it looks tactical. So we're going to look today at the Boyds stock and a lot of the advantages that this type stock, because of current technology with wood, that is far superior to most of your plastic polymer stocks that are out there. We're really looking at solid and rigid versus hollow and pliable. This is a laminated stock that's been precision milled, made specifically for the 1022 with the .92 diameter barrel, which is the bull barrel. The lamination makes this really strong. The precision gives it a very solid base, and we're going to look at that when we look inside the stock. And all the curves, everything is designed for accuracy. And of course there are different styles that Boyds produces. With the palm swells and the grip, with the cheek riser here, with the palm swells out here, that give it a really smooth flat surface. It's just a really natural fitting stock at the bench. Not only are there options in color and style, but also there are 200 different designs you can get for laser engraving or texturing. This is kind of a scale version. It's beautiful. It fits the grip here and then all along the forearm. It really gives a lot of beauty to the wood, but yet it has it's very functional. Your grip can be precise. You can have a confident grip here on the rifle. You can get all kind of different. In fact, you can go to the Boyds Gunstock's website, and I'll have all the information down below. But you can actually get just initials or different designs from $20 all the way up to whatever kind of design you want on your stock. One of the big things about your wood stock is that it is a lot more rigid. Here, to give weight savings, they have supports here and here, but there's just flex. Now this is just a regular synthetic 1022 stock, but you can see the flex here. There is no flex right here. And one of the things about, again, that Boyd says is, solid, rigid, hollow, and pliable. This will affect your accuracy. Now, one composite stock that I definitely want to mention that I'm really pleased with is the Magpul Hunter X stock, and I did a review on it just recently. Great stock. It is polymer, but it does have a little more give and flex than the wood. But I still think that this is an excellent stock. I love this stock system. A lot of times with these kind of stocks, they're impervious to weather, and they just hold up very well, but yet so is this Boyd stock. I mean, with the new current technology, with the sealants and the lamination and all the things that go into these stocks, traditionally wood stocks, could be affected by weather. One thing I think that you're going to find out about the Boyd stocks is that they are impervious to weather. And so you've got a really solid stock. Now the Magpul stock is going to weigh a little less, so you're going to have a little more weight again. But I think really superior wise, as far as really bench rest shooting accuracy, I think you're going to get a better result out of the Boyd stock. But guys, I'll tell you, this Hunter X stock is excellent. Here you can see the milling and machining are just exceptionally well done. You do have 2 points here to be able to put a bipod and a sling, and then definitely the sling here at the back. And then of course you have a rubberized butt pad really well. It fits, no slippage on the shoulder. But the stock, you can see just the beauty of this stock. And it is impervious to weather. Extreme weather conditions do not affect this. This doesn't shrink or expand like your typical polymer or thermoplastic type stocks. Now it definitely weighs more, but this really helps with your bench, sitting at the bench and being able to shoot. Of course, for the 1022, you do have a brass threaded ring right here for the mounting screw to go in that's going to attach to your action. Now to insert the action into the stock, on the 1022 there's a little place back here that fits into a ledge right here in the stock. So you bring it kind of up, fit it down, and then it just lowers right into place. And it is a very tight, solid fit. Now the screw that holds the action to the stock, there are threads in the stock, and then once it gets past that, you go into threads into the action. Just get a good, solid, tight fit. And you're done. The stock is installed and you're ready to go to the range. The stock just fits like it's at home. I mean, everything works together. Everything's very natural. With the scope on here, with the cheek riser, I mean, I'm right on target. Perfect eye relief. Of course, I set that with the scope. This brings it up just right to where it's on my cheek and not my chin. The grip, very comfortable, very natural. I don't have to even think about it. I know exactly where my shooting finger is, ready to shoot. I want to bring it back here and rest the rear of the stock, or bringing it out here, I have a good firm grip, and then of course with the texturing, that really makes it nice. But this really makes it a pleasure to shoot and definitely affects your accuracy. I want to thank Federal Premium for supplying the 22 mini mags. Great ammunition, and this is my favorite 22 ammunition. The Boyds stocks are precision cut to 0.010 of an inch, so it really gives you a good solid platform. And the way these are designed, they're not designed for what's trendy, what's faddish. They're designed to fit the human body, and that's the purpose of the stock. One of the cool things about Boyds is that the price is just exceptional. This stock runs on the Boyd website $129. Then if you want to add the textured checkering, the laser engraving, there are prices above that. I believe to have all of this done was $55. There are over 200 designs on the website, plus again you can custom fit whatever you want to make it really personal. There are over 273 different gun manufacturer brands that they make stocks for, which, I didn't realize how much Boyds really was capable of. In fact, they have over 100,000 variations. I mean, that's crazy. I noticed that I just did a review on the M1 carbine, and they make stocks for it, the M1. They make them for Mausers. They make them for all your different bolt action rifles, AR-15, you name it, they've got stocks for it, and they've got different colors. You can even get the wood with the black powder coat finish on it that will match your tactical look, which, I understand that. I like the black look with the black rifle, but I also love the traditional wood, especially a really high quality wood. Now this is the Nutmeg. They do a kind of a gray urban finish that's really beautiful, and they do a kind of a camo with some green mixed in. These come in also thumb hole variations. They come in a target model, which is actually beefed up even more than this stock. But this was what I wanted for the size barrel and everything that I was getting. In 2015, Boyds invested in a lot more equipment to be able to get these stocks out within 5 days. You place an order, and then within 5 days, they get it out the door. I mean, they're really putting a lot of effort into their business. And if you'll notice, a lot of times there are stocks out on the market that are listed with other companies that Boyds is making them. All made in the USA in Mitchell, South Dakota. So the Boyd gun stock for the 1022, thumbs way up. Be strong, be of good courage. God God bless America. Long live the Republic. Well, getting you guys the great shots, another one bites the dust. And yet, my GoPro still keeps on going. Thumbs up to GoPro. Another $50 down the toilet.